Chris Myers, Orlando Fly Casting Lessons. Today I'm going to give you my review on the SF-001 Sunshine Fishing Fly Rod Combo. So a little while back I was contacted by a company and they asked me if I would be willing to give them my opinion of their fly rod and reel combo. I said sure, anytime you can get a free fly rod, that's great. But I told them I would have to check it out first, and I wasn't going to guarantee that it was going to be a positive review if it was something that I wouldn't use. So today I'm going to show you what came with it, and we're going to take it to the pond back here and give it some test casts and see how it does. If you haven't been to my channel before, please consider becoming a subscriber. I have lots of how-to fly casting videos, everything from beginner to advanced, and how to evaluate your fly casting issues and become a better angler. And inside the side pouch on this rod and reel, you get a fly box with some flies. You get several little attachments to put on your vest where you can put on little tools as a retractable cord. It also has some line cutters in there as well. And it comes with a 2x 9-foot tapered leader. So inside this, the day it arrives, you have everything you need to go fishing. So what you get with this is a 4-piece rod, great travel size. What I love is they put the 2 little dots here to show you when you're putting it together, line up your pieces quickly and easily. Has a very soft, decent cork grip on it. Fits in my hand just fine. Has an upward locking reel seat. It's an aluminum reel seat. You have a nice rod butt on here. The reel's large arbor, easy to take apart, the little lever here. And it comes with orange backing and a moss green 7-weight fly rod. So my first criticism with this rod would be they call it a 7-8. So it's either a 7 or it's an 8. It's like saying my shoe's a 9/10. It's either the size of a 9, it's the size of a 10. It can't be both. This can't be both a 7 and 8 weight rod. Being that they give you a 7-weight line, I would say they think it's more of a 7. I have no idea why companies do that. So I'm going to treat it like a 7. If I was going to replace the line, I would buy a 7-weight line for this. So with most combos, if you're going to get everything you need, this one's $99. The 5-weight I think is $69. You can spend just that much on a fly line alone. So if you're getting a rod, reel, line, backing, everything for 99 bucks, obviously something has to be a little less expensive, less quality to make it where they can sell it and still make some money. And I would start with the fly line itself. It's certainly not a $100 fly line. You can tell that the second you touch it. We are in winter here in Florida, so it's not 95 degrees. I don't know how this thing would hold up in real hot weather. Eventually, if I bought this combo, you would probably want to replace it with a decent, little better quality fly line. But let's see how the rod itself performs. Is this rod going to do 2 things? Can it cast accurate? Can it cast far enough that you can cover the distance that you need? If it can do those 2 things, and it only costs $100, and it has a 5-year warranty, I mean, I don't think you can beat the price. A lot of the combos that I recommend to people are in the $150 to $200 range, so this is the first combo that I've tried that's under $100. And 5-10 years ago, a $100 rod would have been super soft and not pleasant to cast. With advances in materials, they call this a medium fast rod. We're going to see if indeed it casts like that. Let's see how this rod does making some tight loops, which we're going to need if we're going to be really accurate with our casting. We'll go out a little bit farther, start hitting some targets about 45-50 feet away, unrolling nicely. I'll put a little hauling into it, see if we can tighten them up even more. All right, so it looks like we got some nice tight aerodynamic loops heading out towards that target. Let's see how it does with some distance. We got about 30 feet or so outside the tip. Let's see how it does to about 50 or so. There was no haul. That was well over 50 feet there. So let's pick this up and see how it does with some even longer distances. So we're down to about 3 wraps on the reel here. So that's almost the entire fly line with a couple of back casts. And if we weren't standing on it there, we would have got it 2 back casts. The whole fly line went out. So most of the time we're not casting anywhere near that far. But to show you that this combo will cast well over 75 feet with just a couple of strokes. There you got to see this rod in action. You got to see it cast far. You got to see it cast accurate. You got to see it cast tight loops. If it's not doing that for you, we certainly can't blame it on the equipment. It probably has something to do with your casting technique, and I got lots of other videos that can help you find out what that is. So if you're looking to get into fly fishing, you don't want to break your bank, this is a inexpensive combo. You got everything you need. If I was going to do something in the future with this combo, I might consider replacing the line and putting a little higher quality fly line on it. You probably like it even better then, but the rod certainly is able to cast the entire fly line and really tight loops. Thanks for checking out my review. If you're having any issues with your cast, you can come see me in Orlando for a one-on-one fly casting tune-up. I also evaluate your cast on video, and if neither one of those work, you could check out my fly casting common problems playlist right here.